Good evening, folks. We are back. Hang on, there we go. We are back. I'll be fixing the overlay in 2 seconds. But here are the cast. I'll let them introduce themselves. And to celebrate, which was yesterday, not today, National Leon Day. It's 6 months to Christmas. What are you making for people? Starting with Amy.
Okay, hello, hi, I'm Amy. I play, or Meg, I play Ruth Yosef, our Dalish healer elf. I don't generally make things for Christmas because I don't have time.
There we go.
Do you make time on Christmas?
Make time for people. There we go, Amy.
I make time for people. I don't know.
It's about being
Cookies.
6 months and being crafty and having 6 months to plan and still not make it.
That's me every year for Halloween. I get half a costume every year for Halloween done. Yeah. ADHD, man. I don't complete projects. That's
So you make incomplete projects.
I make a lot of incomplete projects. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Tom.
I don't know. I'm too sleepy to answer.
Who are you,
I
Tom?
think
Hello, it's me. Who am I now?
You're Gimli.
legally distinct Gimli.
Ah, yes. Legally distinct Gimli. That was it. Yeah, he's still alive. He almost lost a leg, and the last time a character of mine lost a leg didn't last much longer. But you know, maybe this one will last a bit longer. That'd be nice.
I'm genuinely intrigued to hear you and Rowan explain last week to Amy in a minute, but come on,
God.
carry
Um. Dwarf
Sidetrack.
tinkerer.
Do you make-
Standard dwarvenness, I guess.
to make dwarf tinkery things.
Dwarf tinkery things, yes. I make legs for people who've lost them, and stuff.
That's a great business. I mean,
That's a good point, actually. You've still got that peg leg as well, don't you?
I know. Ruth is
It's not
very
peg leg,
grateful.
It's not
Ruth is very
really
grateful
a peg
for his
leg,
new
is it?
leg.
It's like a halfway between a decent prosthetic and a peg leg, I
Yes.
guess.
Yes.
All right.
Every so often
if we survive this, it's a business idea.
It's more stable than the 2 planks of wood and a boot.
Yes. That was my boot anyway, so I wanted that
Yeah,
back.
you got your boot back.
That's the advertising tagline. More stable than like a wood in a boot.
Oh God.
Oh,
All
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Next we have Rowan.
My screen wants to stop freezing. Come on. Thank you. Hi, I'm Rowan. I am playing Juniper. I nearly said Index. I am so used to doing her little spiel. A little cat creature thing with a not so guilty conscience. And making things for people for Christmas. Do you expect me to be this organised?
No.
I can't even keep a
FYI, all the cast have had to do late shifts and
Yeah.
we're all a bit tired. But
To
just
be fair,
FYI.
I had early shifts that week, but I'm
Yeah.
trying to get into ready for late shifts, so my internal clock's a bit wacko.
My eyes are so puffy that if I went onto an airplane, they would ask me to pay for extra baggage. Jesus Christ, what the fuck would I... Does a hug count?
Yes.
Yes, that's perfectly acceptable.
Definitely something
Autism,
that's
one-armed, awkward hug, like...
Yeah. This reminds me of the time when I asked you guys to say something nice about yourselves and you all like malfunctioned.
We're British, we can't help it.
Oh, I need to be careful. I can't laugh too much because of my teeth.
Oh.
Oh no.
My jaw's
Don't-
going to be sore.
Don't tell us we can't make you laugh, Amy. This is going to go hideously
I
wrong.
know. I'm
All right,
going to need painkillers after this day.
And finally, Mr. Shiraz.
Hello, I'm Shiraz. I play Vincenzo Cabage, a writer slash bard slash handler of cat, who basically like is with the group and occasionally does very impulsive things. And for Christmas, I used to make Christmas dinner, uh, and that was the easiest thing for me to do because cooking is fun for me, at least. So Christmas dinner was something that I used to make. I used to make two of them. One of them was Indian style, and one of them was like traditional Scottish stuff. So, yeah, but like by the end of that weekend or those 2 days, I'd be like, I don't want to see another scrap of food again. I'm gonna be eating crisps all the time. It's like-
Oh,
The
Chris.
traditional Scottish Boxing Day food of crisps, crisps, and crisps.
crisp
So I feel
sandwiches.
you on the two separate weird meals for Christmas Day hodgepodge together into a giant mess. Italian Christmas was like that. Lasagna.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the main meal.
That's what
A
the Lord
tray
wanted.
full of hams.
A good lasagna is something you really can't say no to.
Amazing.
That was a thing. A basket of bread.
I strongly feel that Christmas dinner is whatever you make of it, even if it is microwaved.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's like a Christmas dinner. You need to have like something you like. That's more important.
It's about the people and getting together for
Yeah.
And the food. The food's great. It's nice,
Yeah.
but it's the company.
It's not as essential as people give it credit to be. Yeah.
I'd like to point out at this point that in a similar sort of train of thought as that, my grandma is a priest. Vicar?
cool.
Priest? Something. She comes over almost every Sunday, and we have Sunday lunch together. And she usually says grace before dinner, and the grace she typically uses is, "Thank you for our food, our friends, and our family. Amen." Just to point out, nothing about God in there.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
I like that.
the point
That's great, I can
stands.
get behind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's great because like I've never prayed before a meal, but like I always like the concept of grace because it's nice. It's nice to remind yourself why you're having that food in the first place and who
Yeah.
you're having it with.
It's the grace I had to say every single day, 5 times in primary school.
5 times? How much did you eat? Blimey.
Are you in a
Morning,
Muslim?
after morning break, before lunch, after lunch, and before we went home.
Before and
We did it
after
Jesus.
in the
lunch.
morning.
Do you not say the one after lunch if it was an
Oh no, we had
unsatisfactory lunch?
recited prayers that we would have to face the cross.
Oh joy.
On the bright
I can
side, now
already
you can
feel
make
this.
Your own grace. You can make your own grace where you go, thanks for the food, GG grats, and then just dig in.
Oh no, nowadays it's pouring out a goblet of wine for Dionysus, like, cheers mate, thanks for the fucking booze, have a
That's
nice
even
day,
better.
I'm gonna get this now. That's
Right.
my version.
Since I could feel us getting the move the fuck on, you've been going for this long and you've not done any RPG stuff so far.
Waiting for Dragon is typing.
I also like
Yep.
the good veg, good meat, good God, let's eat. That's a nice snappy one.
that
It
is the one,
rhymed,
yeah.
which is nice.
Yeah, it does.
So-
Bonus for rhyming.
This
Since
episode today,
since Shiraz has not been here for 2 weeks and Amy was not here last week, what happened in those weeks?
Or more likely, how many people did we kill? How many injuries were there?
No comment.
What kind of geopolitical situation are we in now?
So
Yeah.
the week
What happened?
that Shiraz wasn't here and I was here, we met a man on the road near a house who warned us to go the opposite way.
And at the time we were running away from the darkspawn that infested
we're
the
on the
port
run from the
town,
darkspawn. Yeah,
we decided, no thank you, we're going to keep running.
yeah, we're gonna keep going through your land, and then we got attacked by wolves.
Ghoul
Six
warhounds?
of those-
Ghoulish warhounds or something.
Mabari.
Ghoulish Mabari, who had been like, I'm assuming they'd been tainted by the darkspawn.
They ran out of his house and tried to eat
there
us.
was purple
Yeah.
fire involved.
That was after. That was after I
was-
set
yeah, that was
fire
after.
to his house out of spite.
So the cart got knocked over.
Oh no.
Yeah, the cart
And
got
the
knocked
wheel,
over.
One of the wheels buggered.
One of the
so
wheels
I had
buckled.
to try and fix it.
We
Oh.
froze a few of them,
Yeah,
set a few more on fire. I think I
Yep.
shunked one in the neck.
yeah.
I get the feeling that axes were involved in at least 2 of them.
Yep. I think you missed both.
Gimli nearly chopped off his toes, or you
And
did
then,
chop off.
no, I nearly chopped off my toes, but I disagreed with the dice roll, saying my boots are much better than that. So I lost my foot as well at
Yeah.
the calf.
1 second, it's just being a
Is it
little...
the calf? What's
There we go.
that bit?
Your shin. Is
Shin.
it not?
Shin.
That's a
Yeah.
shin, yeah.
One of
No, that
the
was, you
dog
lost some
things.
toes, and then you said,
I
I
said,
should have just
"No, I
lost my
don't want-"
whole foot. We just went, fine,
Yeah.
you've moved your whole foot.
Yeah, don't.
I was like, no. My boots are better than that. At the very, I think I'd have lost it at the shin, with the gap between the boot and the leg armor. Thank you very much.
Juniper
So
was fighting.
you argued yourself into a bigger injury.
I was on
Yeah,
top of the
but
couple of
it's
cart, like
more
clinging
accurate
dragons.
injury.
One of them
Okay.
attacked Ruth.
Yeah.
Juniper tried to help by shunking a knife at the dog attacking Ruth and missed.
I
Was it
missed.
a 1 or was it just
It was a
low?
1. It was a 1.
It was a one. It was a critical fail.
It's a critical fail, and I knifed Ruth in the balls.
Yep, castrating him.
No, I think it was like you had it half off, and there was a lot of.
No,
blood
it was fully off.
It was fully off.
And
Well,
Wraith's reaction of there's a sort of bulge of loose bits and there's lots of blood. I think was the exact quote.
I think then
Yeah.
faint was the second reaction.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
then the third one was waking up and screaming like hell.
Wraith
Yeah.
did cast on the area, and then went. Just kind of.
Yeah. So Ruth and Wraith. Ruth is just like, he's just like had fucking enough. He's probably going to be on his way to being an alcoholic by this point.
I would not be
A dog took
surprised.
my arm as well. A dog did rip his arm off.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are you missing an arm?
Not
It
yet.
got reattached. I can't.
It got
feel
reattached.
Luckily, I managed to throw my leg at a dog, so it dropped Juniper's arm. It then, unfortunately, decided to take my leg, so I had to throw my axe at it, and other things. I think eventually we got it. We eventually got back my leg, and
Was
Fixed
Vincenzo helping, or was Vincenzo just standing by the sidelines going, "Oh
Vincenzo,
my God"?
I think I said...
I think you said you got stuck underneath the tub when the cart rolled over.
That tub,
Which
has,
is-
that tub
I
has been a
think a
fantastic
standard-
plot device.
it's a standard response now. If someone's not here, they are hiding under the tub or stuck under the tub.
Yeah. Well, it made sense that he was stuck under the tub because the cart had fell over and it was
Yeah, it had tipped over. To,
it tipped over. So,
so I had to fix up the wheel, and I think I did manage to fix it up reasonably
We just
well.
went and set the creepy cottage on fire because
Yeah.
Yeah,
just
because
wanted
we
to
were like,
pass
no.
through,
We
and
literally
the
just
fucking
wanted to
set
run away from
demon dogs on us.
Darkspawn.
So,
Like-
so it's like that thing from Community where Troy comes back in the room and everything's on fire.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But that was 2 weeks ago. What happened
Yeah,
last week?
It was a
What
ghost.
happened?
Also, the guy was a ghost man because I tried to behead him because I was pissed that he'd made me lose my leg and an arm and a pair of balls. But you know,
So
then we set fire to his house out of spite, and
So
then
what
it was
happened
next
last
week.
Yeah, what happened there?
It was who was it? It was
Yes.
me, you,
And-
and Wraith.
yeah,
Yeah,
Was that it? It was just
Mhm.
three of us.
yeah. Rolled
Ruth-
onto some guys' lands.
We moved on, didn't we?
Yeah, moved on. Ended up in a town full of very happy.
No, it wasn't a town, was it? It was like a
Cult.
yeah. We found a cult almost
Yeah.
immediately.
Yeah.
That's always a great way to start an adventure. We found a cot.
There was basically there was like an outdoor picnic, midsummer style, in front of a tower of some kind.
With
And
cake
they were
everywhere.
yeah, and they were basically like high out of their goddamn minds on happy juice of some description. Very, very friendly.
Very
In that creepy, overly friendly way you get.
Instantly untrustworthy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Wraith is trying to avoid eating anything. I think. What were you doing, Gemly, during all that?
I was still sleeping for a while until I eventually woke up. By that point, they dragged me all the way up to the table, sat me down, and loaded up a plate with food. At which point, I sort of poked it and was like, that's some pretty rubbish food, mate. Where's the crunch? Got out my my mum's dwarf bread out of my pocket.
And during all of that, Juniper stabbed a cake, found a hole under the table, found a napkin, made a hat crown, declared herself queen, and started kind of leading the cult for 5 minutes.
I'm not
Yep,
surprised.
that was pretty good.
I'm not surprised. It's like-
And just
There was a
kind of, like,
well.
demanding
Was it a
attention.
well? Or was it just a
Yeah.
big hole in the
Big
center of
well
the
hole
table?
thing under the cake, and I started demanding they throw all the cake in the well.
So
The
they kind
ground
of did.
started shaking. A dragon came out.
Yeah, that was
And
interesting. At that
I
point, me and
wonder-
Wraith were like, we'd already been a bit like, this is weird, we should probably go. But at that point, we were like, we're going.
Yeah. I run off with the cat that got gifted to me because there was a whole subplot.
There
Yeah,
was a
yeah,
I
whole.
didn't know who was the true queen.
There was a subplot that they came to her and said, "My queen, people have started worshipping a false idol," and it was another small cat. And then Juniper decided to adopt said small cat.
So the cat sitting on the throne.
With a
Is
cat.
it just a? Is this a turning point which will teach Juniper responsibility?
No.
No.
Or
It's
create
so
another
worse.
Juniper. Or
It gets
create
a lot
another
worse.
Juniper.
No, it does get a lot worse.
Okay.
The dragon
So-
came out at this point.
We're
And-
running to the fucking carriage, me with my cat. We get
And,
on.
And then at this point, you tried to talk to the dragon.
By saying it was demanding we like, why did you summon me? And I was like, I wanted to show you my cat. Holding up the cat to the dragon
Oh no.
because no one else had a better idea.
Well, yeah, we were busy running away.
And the dragon said something about thanking me for my offering, and the cat's eyes go glittery purple. And the dragon fucks off.
Do we still have the cat?
Yes. It gets worse.
Yes, it gets worse. We then go. Well, what was I thought really nice about last time was we stopped off at a village and had like a break in the middle of the episode. We were like, you know, to gather our wits, as it were. So we arrived at the next village. We said, "There's a load of crazy fuckers over there." As a military, did we go past an army or something?
Yeah,
A large army marched past you, yeah.
We thought. I think they thought we were nuts because we said there's a cult back there and also a dragon.
and also
Good
demon
luck.
dogs.
Oh yeah, and demon dogs. Oh, and a house on fire with a ghost in.
If you see the house on fire, you've gone too far. Please take it.
So they,
The crimes
town.
committed.
I get the. So they sort of gave us the side eye and were like, "Oh, okay then, yeah, sure, bye." We got to the little village or town or whatever.
Had a nice night and woke up to a murder
Yeah.
with suspiciously cat-like claw marks.
And the cat was also covered in
Have we
blood.
adopted a? Have we adopted a demon cat?
Not quite.
I think it's adopted us.
And
Yeah.
also, we
God.
think it's not actually. We don't think it's a demon. We think it might be like a
Dragon avatar.
dragon avatar.
Oh, you think it's a shapeshifter mage? Ooh.
We think it might be a
No.
dragon.
No, I think the
No, but
dragon's in the cat.
they're in the lore. There are these mages called the Witches of the Wilds, and one of them is called Flemeth, and she has the ability to transform into a dragon, and like other forms. So
Okay.
it could be from a lore perspective. That could be one of the Witch of the Wilds that we
Deep
have in our arsenal.
lore.
But like, if
Luckily-
a cat was a dragon and it wanted to just murder someone, it would turn into a dragon and decimate the entire
Yeah,
house.
Yeah.
possibly. The reason we thought it was perhaps a dragon avatar was because, well, the cat was still around, obviously. We saw it. It was covered in blood. And we were like, cat claw marks, cat bite marks, blood-covered
covered in blood.
cat. We managed to put 2 and 2 together, although the villagers, as ever, came up with 3.
With the
All of
bear.
So they,
wrong.
yeah, so they were like, "Oh, let's go hunt a bear in the woods."
What?
Sure. Off you go. We'll do the real work. Go on, fuck off.
Luckily, the cat is easily distracted with a horsetail hair brush. A horse got killed, by the way.
Yeah,
that happened
almost
at
immediately by the
Dragon Town.
cult.
They like fucked it up, and like trying to get my horse back by demanding a horse, and they come out with the horse meat and the horsehair brush and all this stuff that I now have.
Incidentally, the cat. After we sent away all the people on a bear hunt, the cat just decided to start eating the corpse again, and just like, you know, you don't normally expect a cat to be able to like bite through human spines that easily.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about that cat.
So,
Yeah.
I have an important question.
Well, so
I have
it's
an important
distracted.
question.
It's not like a brittled old bones either. These are fresh.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
alive
we get
last
that.
night.
We get that.
Have you named the cat yet?
Did we?
If
Did
you
we?
haven't, then that's good. We don't have emotional attachment yet.
Yet.
I think it's Juniper's friend.
It's just respect.
Juniper
To
made
convince-
friends with it, kind of.
Yeah.
Or at least knows how to placate it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, Ruth is. With all that in mind, Ruth is going to be looking at you all like you're all fucking mad. And
I'm
then
gonna.
looking at this cat just
I'd
being
like to point out
"What-
that
yeah,
you've
what were
been
we
blitzed
doing?"
out of your mind on whatever rum, gin, and
Oh, there was numerous
grain
times last.
alcohol we've been able to find for the last week. So
There were numerous times that Ruth was heard underneath the tub singing, last or muttering under their breath, but it was quite loud, in a very sort of drunken haze.
Yep, yep, that sounds
At
accurate.
at the sight of the cat eating the body, I think I'll go check the tub again, only to find Wraith underneath it and refusing to let it move.
Well, I think because you were in a village for now, we'll have Wraith just deals with the body.
Yeah.
That was left last week.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
No, that sounds good.
All right, so
So
now we're about half an hour in. We shall start this week's episode.
that's a long recap.
That's a long recap, yeah. Well,
It was needed.
I mean, if we'd added the tooth rant that we had off stream, then it probably would have been a lot longer. Anyway, let's begin. So, you were all having breakfast in the inn.
the same inn.
Yes, the same inn. And Wraith had gone off to deal with the body. And as you are all sort of sitting around having your breakfast, there's a sort of a cheer seems to start outside and get louder and louder, and you hear the sound of a horse frantically running towards you. And someone barges into the inn and says, "Bartholomew's back! Bartholomew's back!" Oh, right, okay. And the barman starts grabbing a couple of bottles and running out the door as well, leaving you alone in the inn. What do you do?
Oh,
Ruth is going to go behind the bar and take as many bottles of rum as he can.
All right.
I'm
Get
just
this-
gonna check. I'm gonna check the window.
I'm gonna
Like-
say, Ruth, inquire as to what else is behind there. Anything particularly interesting?
What do you fancy? It's a free bar.
I don't know. What does Gimli drink?
Is he a whiskey man? Is he an ale
He's
man?
a dry white sherry man, surely.
Ooh.
Um,
Tequila sunrise.
It's not Belry.
just whatever the nicest ale there is.
All right. Ruth's
Just a
gonna
mug.
like try and find you one of his.
I don't know which kind you like, but I'll pick my favorite for you, and that's a Starkhaven ale. And they're very nice, very smoky.
Fair enough. I'm gonna pour it into my bowl.
Okay.
What actually? What?
Do you usually drink
What's a-
ale out of a bowl?
What's a lore appropriate food for a dwarf at breakfast time?
It depends if he's a surfacer dwarf or if he's a underground. If he was born in
Are they
Like-
mutually exclusive or?
the underground dwarves are like the traditional ones, and anyone who's an outsider is like not a dwarf to them. They're just called a dirty surfacer, because there's a whole like caste system within the dwarves
Right, of course there
underground.
is. All right then. Well, I guess since I'm on the surface, I guess I'll have to be a surfacer.
So you could basically have anything.
Okay. All right. Kippers.
Kippers
I'm
and
gonna
your
pour my
mum
ale
and your
over my
mother's
kippers.
bread again.
Well, you got to nibble on it, you know. It's lasted me for however many years, you know. A little bit every day. Keeps the dentists away.
One day we will find a stream that's away from teeth. But carry on.
Oh, so I'm going to pour my ale over my kippers.
Okay. Ale and kippers.
Smoked ale
Tasty.
and kippers.
Kedgery.
Tasty, tasty. Alright, so you hear the cheering, you hear the sound of hammering outside now.
I'm checking out the window, seeing what
You
what's
look
going
at the window, there's a man in quite obvious finery and quite a sort of barrel chest standing. He's got sort of thick black curly hair and a very pencil-like beard and moustache. And he seems to be like waving quite happily to all the people there. And as he's sort of looking to the side of him, it looks like they're hastily building a platform for him to stand on.
I turn to the rest and I say, I think someone fancy just showed up. Maybe we can try to fob the cat onto them.
Maybe, yeah. What is our actual
Do we
goal
know where
here?
the cat is currently? Because I don't think Juniper keeps a good eye on it.
You look around and you can't see the cat at the
response.
you can't see the cat at the moment. I'm sure it's gone off to join Wraith at looking at the body.
As it
fair
slowly eats it.
It's just like,
I could just imagine it being like, no, don't eat that.
He tries to stand up, and it just does that long cat thing where it just stretches out instead.
Oh yeah, that was something it did. That was something it did.
It did get
Juniper
very
tried to
long.
pick it up the other day. So, of course, crouched down, picked it up, and up, and up. Now, admittedly, Juniper is quite short, but even so, you wouldn't expect a house cat to be able to stretch, you know, several feet. But it did.
Have you had a
this
house
is
cat
a
before?
wild cat.
We're not sure what it is.
I would demonstrate with this one, but he's asleep at the moment.
It's a
Aw,
small
don't disturb the kitty. Ruth's gonna wander over, just like stumble with his newfound bottle of rum, and look out the window.
Oh, it's another big weak shemlin. Well,
I figure I've written enough to know what a shemlin is. I'm like,
It's basically the elves' word for
Yeah.
the derogatory word for humans.
I'll wander out into the cautiously, like kind of hands in pocket, just kind of like ask a few people what's going on.
All of them go, Bartholomew's back! Look him! He's back! He's back!
Back from where?
He went off an adventure, didn't he?
Oh, he's an adventurer.
Aye, is that? And then just hear them go, he's quite a man, is Bartholomew!
It's are these has so the bear hunt was not a success, was it?
They sort of look shiftily around, and you can't see the sort of people who had the pitchforks last week that went off for the bear hunt sort of give you a look of, no, we didn't find the bear.
Maybe you should ask Bartholomew about it.
Oh, we might do that. That's a good idea, Master. We're going to do that once he's finished his little speech. At this point, you notice the plinth is finished, and you notice Bartholomew stride confidently over to it, look at the sort of first step he needs to do up, gesture to one of the locals as in, that's quite high. And you notice the local immediately just get down on all fours, and Bartholomew stands on him like a step to get onto the plinth.
Ruth is just like looking at this disgusted.
Bit weird, but alright.
At this point, he stands on the plinth himself, and he goes, "Friends, I return from my adventure.
Immediately, I do not like him.
You've all joined me, and I can tell you all without a shadow of a doubt that, I think that you all know what I'm saying. And they all start cheering him, and he goes, I've heard the army came through. And everyone's like, the army goes, I've heard they trod on all your crops, and oh, the landlord's not going to be lenient with taxes when none of you can sell your crops, is they? And everyone starts going, oh. He goes, don't worry, people. As the mayor's son, I will make sure that the army are redirected around our village in future. And everyone starts cheering loudly.
Can I,
On top of him with a bag over his head.
before that happens, can I, as a
We don't
person
want
with a
Bob.
long, as a person with a long history of knowing liars and being a liar myself, can I use bluff to figure out if this guy is conning everyone into something?
You can try, yes?
Because this sounds like a well orchestrated kind of thing.
There's the dice channel, there it is. He hasn't said anything so far that you can find fault in.
I just like my inherent like I hate this person senses are tingling, and now
Rude.
Jennifer can go ahead. It's like-
I mean, maybe it's not a bright idea to do it when the whole village is watching.
Look,
Maybe do
try
it
it.
after he comes down off the podium and like behind in an alley or something.
Probably. I like the image of
Yeah, the image is great, but the consequences of it we might get fucked.
yeah. I won't do it yet.
And at this point,
Back up.
he smiles, and his teeth look far, far too perfect for someone who should live in a rural village. And he goes,
Yeah.
my friends, I hear as well that the army went to fight the Darkspawn. The Darkspawn, again, this fabled creature invented by old women to chase children back indoors at night. We all know the Darkspawn don't really exist.
Is this guy Donald Trump? Does he
Ruth's
look like
about
Donald
ready to-
Trump? with black
Yeah,
hair?
Ruth's about ready to lob a bottle of rum at his face.
I'm just sort of sat back like, whatever he says, sure, whatever, I don't care.
I was like, well, I mean,
Whatever he
what-
tells the villagers.
I mean, what proof do we ever have that the Darkspawn are real? The army say so, but they don't tell us anything.
Ruth's gonna
I'm gonna-
waddle out now.
I'm gonna just sort of whisper, it's like, well, his mum certainly looks like, oi, to Vincenzo.
Ruth's gonna waddle. I was like, I'll have you know, we're Grey Wardens, and the truth about Darkspawn is completely right. You, sir, are a liar and a charlatan.
Okay, at this point,
So
he just,
sways from side to side with his
he just
finger just pointing at him.
he just grins down and goes, Grey Water, another big lie. Someone trying to be a status above their own. I mean, I could tell anyone I'm a Grey Warden. I mean, what proof would I need to pretend I'm one of them?
Ruth's gonna roll up his arm and show him the Grey Warden branding and be like, fuck you, you prick!
I've got tattoos too. I mean, I can't show you any of them, but I have them too. I mean, what proof do you have the Darkspawn are real?
Is there anything above him?
No,
No, he is the one above all. of
he's the one above
Yeah.
everyone
Is there a
else.
tree?
Yep. By this point, Ruth has taken not a bottle of rum, but an apple out of his layers,
Washing line.
and is
Can I
like
summon?
gonna
Can I
lob it at
summon
his
Bruno?
head.
Can I summon Bruno as a distraction?
Sure, roll.
I would like to summon Bruno in assisting whatever actions the other people want. So,
Yeah. Well, Ruth's gonna
So
aim this apple at his head.
Okay.
oh no. It's a 6.
It's a 6. That is. Oh, hang on. That is Steve.
Yeah. And I basically go, you'll do, and I'll say, sick 'em. Just kind of
It's a dex roll. for
Steve
me,
looks
isn't it? Yeah.
around and then starts charging towards the plinth.
Alright, I'll
As
see if
Steve gets close, a very butch man sort of just steps in the way, grabs Steve by the horns, and just lifts him up.
I rolled dex for my apple aiming at his
Yep.
head, and I got 18.
You throw, the apple bounces off of his head, and he goes, "Ow, Clarence!" At this point, the man.
Gravity is invisible. That doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
At this point, the man holding the horn, Steve by the horns, and Steve's frantically like galloping with his feet not touching the ground. Clarence, you're not doing a very good job. I got hit by an apple. At this point, the man below just look around, gives him the sort of, "Oh, for fuck's sake." He goes, and just
Juniper stands up
hurls,
on a little stool at the window,
hurls
holding up
Steve one
knives.
side.
with the eye of, do you want it to be this next?
Are you asking us, or are you like giving out a general feeling
I'm
of threat?
threatening him with the knives.
Oh, the bodyguard.
Right,
Or
so
rather, the asshole.
at this point, he goes, "Well, I mean, everyone can say that the reason Darkspawn are real is because we barricaded a door to Ferelden, but, I mean, we've been at war with Ferelden countless times, and who hasn't seen it barricaded before? I sent Clarence through to find any proof of this Darkspawn threat. And the only thing that attacked him was pathetic. It barely given any loot. Barely anything valuable. I mean, it must be Ferelden's are starving, and that's why they're trying to leave."
I'm gonna make another comment about his mum. I'm gonna keep doing this. People, people nearby, or
In between sentences is like,
basically any time he says, yeah, basically.
Someone is just eating.
Aww.
Can I climb up to the roof of the building I'm on, do a little scramble, and who is in my target field, would you say?
the
Anyone?
world.
Yeah.
No one?
Everyone
Wonderful.
you.
I can't hit another party member?
You could hit Ruth if you badly roll, because Ruth is standing in the
How?
middle of the crowd.
Shouting
Swear.
at this man.
Science at this person just like, you.
Drunkenly insulting him and in Dalish as well, so they probably don't understand a word he says.
Can I motion for Ruth to get back?
You can motion, but whether Ruth notices requires an awareness check from
roll,
Ruth.
I'll roll awareness.
Can I roll... Would intimidate work?
Against the guy? Yeah.
No,
Ruth-
Ruth does not notice you trying to get his
Ruth
attention.
is emphatically trying to basically swear at this gentleman. He does not notice you are trying to get him out of the way.
Oh dear. Okay.
I like Jennifer's like going,
Oh, god damn it!
No, she's just sitting there going... like squeaking really insistently.
So quietly, because Ruth is like ranting and raving drunkenly. He's lost in a monologue.
is the crowd going between Ruth and this guy?
No,
Like,
the
there's
crowd's
obviously-
all behind him.
Oh, okay.
As long as I don't get a 1. Shall I try and knife him in the head?
Listen.
I don't know. We don't want the whole village like.
Yeah, we don't want midday murder to happen.
Yes,
It's just
but-
breakfast. It's just breakfast.
He's going to cause trouble. Thank you.
We can, and will murder him later. But like that, we have to see what this guy's plot is all about.
Yeah, but it's nothing good.
It's nothing good. That's
And
true.
this is the most efficient.
I mean, we it is. I find it
Murder
hard to
most
argue with the John Cat here. But yeah, at the same point, like, let's just see what he does, and then maybe in a quiet alleyway you can put 2 knives in him.
His bodyguard seems reasonable, though. He seems like he's like looking after an idiot. So maybe we just like talk to the bodyguard.
I will
Get him on our side.
If I have an action, I will start dragging Ruth away and also signaling everyone else to let's get back to the thing. It's like this guy's nothing important. This guy.
It's like the ship that
As you drag Ruth away, the grin returns to his face, and he goes, "See, even the doubters leave. You know that I speak the truth. This darkspawn is fake. We're going to tell everyone. We'll make my father, the mayor, is going to make a diploma. No army can stamp on your crops ever again." Everyone starts cheering.
At this point, while he said that, I managed to make 3 different Yo Mama jokes with regards to soldiers trampling, fake.
Can we hear them?
paths.
Can we hear the jokes?
And I can't remember what the first thing you said was, but
I tell a joke and it was funny. Everyone laugh.
Want me? Him. I didn't tell no joke.
So yes.
Aye.
So now Ruth is clear of the area, and everyone has started how do they chant Bartholomew?
Do they have a nickname?
Badly.
Bart, Bart, Bart.
Yes,
It sounds
that'll do.
from a
Yep.
distance. It sounds like Bart.
Yeah.
Go, please, I don't need your adoration, although I do appreciate it. So it doesn't sort of keep up motion with his hands as he looks this way.
Little bit more, little bit more, little bit more.
Is Juniper doing anything at this point?
Cut him, Judy, cut him.
Is that what you're saying? While you kind of walk past, you're like,
Yeah.
Is he? Is he?
I'm looking for the Hellion cat.
Where is she? Where is the knife-wielding murderous bitch?
Is he off the plinth now?
No, he's still on the plinth. At this
Okay.
point, there is a.
I have
How's-
moved him.
At
How
this,
sturdy is this plinth?
looks relatively sturdy. At this point, you hear a roar in the distance, and you look over. Oh, hey, Rob. You look over, and in the distance, charging towards the sort of group of people, you see what's obviously a blight bear.
I'm going
And
to.
at this point, you hear a, "Oh, he's back! Clarence, he's back! Deal with him, Clarence, he's
I'm
back!"
going to shove my way as fast as I can to the front of the crowd, hop onto the plinth, grab my axe, shove it into his arms, spin him around, and say, "Go get him!" and give him a shove.
And then
You're brave, soldier. You can do this.
Ruth seeing this is gonna be like, Bart, 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 joining in the chanting.
I'm gonna
get-
follow through. Rouse the
get-
crowd up.
Yeah, yeah.
Show us your.
He falls off the plinth and lands in a very muddy puddle. He goes, "Oh, I'm all muddied. Oh, Clarence, I need a towel." At this point, the bodyguard who's sort of ran towards the bear, wielding his quite large sword, has stopped. Look like he's like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" And he looks like he's debating if he wants to fight the bear or come back and help his master.
Don't do it. Get him. Come back and help him. Let help him take out the bear.
Clarence, you can have
on,
a
Bart.
better life.
Can I shunk a knife into the skull of the bear?
The bear is quite far where it's charging, but yes, you can throw a knife at the bear if you want.
It's a dex. I've got an okay chance, or at least
I
not
like the fact that Juniper just does like advanced trigonometry in their head and then goes, wait. It's like,
Juniper
15?
would be a pool wizard if they ever would play.
yeah.
Yes, you throw a knife from afar. It chunks into the skull of the bear. The bear twitches but keeps charging.
Yep.
Shit.
At this point, all you can hear, there is a sound of the sort of the bear charging, but you also hear, "Clarence, I'm muddy."
I'm gonna hop down from the plinth, grab his arm, lift him up, and shove him a bit further towards the bear.
Ruth by this point is
Do
just
a-
like
do a-
amping up the crowd more and more.
do
Come
a
on!
s- do a strength check, Gimli.
Is it 3 or
Yep.
three? Nice roll. Please be a decent roll.
Yep.
Reasonable.
You pick him up. He is very heavy. He's a lot heavier than you realised, but you do sort of shove him about another 2 or 3 meters forward. He lands with a very, very interesting sort of plop sound as he hits the ground.
Alright.
Ew.
What are the villagers doing by this point? Are they like
The
amping him
villagers,
up, or...
let's see what the villagers doing.
Are they cheering for him?
The villagers are aghast and they sort of make their way forward and go, "You can't do that, Barty!"
He's your hero. Let him fight the bear. Let him show his magnificence.
He's got good charisma.
Let's see.
Actually, I guess would that be awareness?
At this point, Bartholomew turns to Will and go, I can't fight the bear. My sword is crusted with mud shot. I couldn't draw it like this. It wouldn't be right.
I'm gonna
Give
give him.
you an axe. You've got an axe now. Much better than a sword.
I'm going to. It's a little bit reluctant, I must say, but I'm going to give him the axe.
Okay. As you give him the axe, you watch in the distance as Clarence slices his sword right through the bear's head, cleaving it from its body.
God damn it.
Boring.
So as Clarence is now being sprayed with very dark blood, Bartholomew is still having a tantrum. Like he drops the axe and goes, I could never use another man's weapon. I mean, they're very unique to a person. You know, you got to be attuned. Got to be attuned.
I'm gonna pick it up, clean it off, scowling at him for dropping it, and I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna say,
Coward.
look, claim your prize. Claim your prize. The beast is slain.
I'm going.
Immediately he stops crying. He scrambles to his feet. He goes, people, I have killed the bear, and everyone starts
You
cheering.
have. Yeah, you
No, you
have.
didn't.
Yeah, he has. Yeah, he
No, you
has.
didn't.
Go and claim your prize.
Clarence, bring me the bear's head. Bring me the bear's head quickly now. Bring me the bear's head, Clarence. And this man just gently backs down, picks this out by the ear, and just walks very slowly,
Yeah.
very annoyed, looking towards where you all are.
If I can catch Clarence's eye, I will hold up whatever drink Ruth has in her hand, like a
No.
bottle.
No,
I'm just gonna hold up the drink and I'm going to point towards the
Tavern.
inn, the tavern, and go like,
Join us
Kind
when
of.
yes. Join us when you're
let-
otherwise not engaged.
Let Bartholomew hold the bleeding blight bear's head in his hands. You know, he might get a bit messy, but I'm sure it'll all be fine.
Okay.
He should have it. He should drink some of the blood
He's
as
not going to.
toast of his kill.
I wouldn't go as far as over. That's a bit
You want to be a true warrior, don't
that's
you?
a bit barbaric for my needs.
You want to be a true warrior, don't you?
Give it here, Clarence. And Clarence sort of throws the head down at his feet. And Bartholomew picks it up and turns around and goes, "See, I killed the bear. Bring me forth a bathtub. I feel I need to clean myself after the war." And everyone goes, "The bath!" And they go, and you notice a couple of them moving to your cart to try and take the bathtub off.
No.
I'm taking them off. Like, no. That's our bathtub.
He's already got magic in his hands. He's like, you can fuck off. This is my tab.
Are you looking at that person? They will murder all of you before you get your hands on them. Go find another bathtub. Go.
Let's see.
He's like hobbling towards the cart in front of them, standing in front
the,
of them, going, "You
the
can
villagers
try."
the villagers do think better of this after Ruth's very drunken swearing at them, and they bring forth another bathtub from another thing, and Bartholomew begins to literally just strip off in the middle and climb into the bathtub.
This is too much. I'm going back into the tavern, and I'm gonna see if like I can get. Actually, is Clarence now just standing around?
Clarence is sort of standing around. He looks towards you and sort of nods, and he just starts walking towards the tavern. And you hear, but Bartholomew, sorry, Clarence, don't go too far in case that bear comes back.
Would I, by any chance, have had a vial on me at any point that I might have nicked off Wraith?
Probably. Why?
Cool. Can I collect a vial of the blighted bear's blood, please?
Yes! Yes!
Yes?
Has he
Cool.
got enough blood on his hands? Is it if you have in contact with your hands? Is that
Hands contact is fine. It's if you ingest the blood.
balls.
That's more the issue.
So, I'm going to run into the bar with my little vial, just scampers ahead of everyone, just off I go. Get behind the bar, find the fanciest bottle of wine, get a fancy-ass glass out, pour the wine in, bit of that, topping it up, and go running off with it over to the guy.
Okay.
That's a great plan.
That's a great plan. Ruth meanwhile is guarding his tub. Like he'd have joined Vincenzo and Clarence in the tavern, but he's worried about his tub, so he's like sitting
It's okay.
minding the cart.
We'll get Manny to look after it. Manny's there, so we'll get Manny to like take care of
I
it.
don't trust Manny. I don't trust Manny. God,
He's an elf. You trust elves.
I'm just gonna look at you. Just be like,
I don't trust any of you.
All right.
Not
do you wanna
anymore.
drink? Do you want to drink though?
I have many drinks on my person.
Yeah, but like you
I have
also
taken all the drink. What are you talking about?
Manny. If I come back and this cart is not still on this cart,
This cart is not on this cart?
if this tub is not
it
on
up.
this cart, I'm going to murder you.
Oh,
Is
alright.
this are you understanding?
Right.
No
Okay.
one is allowed to remove the tub from our cart or our possession.
Right. Oh, alright. Okay. Right.
Otherwise, I will hold you personally responsible.
Oh, alright. Okay.
I'm looking at Manny going. It's like,
Ruth has very few joys in his life right now, and the tub is the only one possession.
the tub is
tub is-
holding your delicate mental balance in place. It's like
Exactly.
the promise of a bath that tub has never seen water, like never.
But yeah, so all right, and he's just gonna like keep his finger pointed at Manny while he walks into the tap back
Alright.
into the tavern. Good eye on you. I said you.
Alright, so you walk into the inn. At this point, it's still just you guys and Clarence in the inn now. The barkeep is still outside cheering along with everyone else as Bartholomew has his public bath.
I'm gonna fix
So
Clarence a drink.
weird.
I'm gonna fix Clarence a drink,
Okay.
and then like offer them whatever passes as like dish towels or clean cloth to like wipe them.
Yeah, clean himself up. Clean himself.
And I'm like, how the hell did you end up with
It's
that thing out there?
a long story, but I'd rather not talk about it.
Alright,
Do you,
cheers.
do you want better employment?
Good work for
Well,
us.
doesn't everyone?
Well,
You could work for us, and we won't ask you to do to clean us of mud.
Well,
Seems like a really bad deal.
what is it you do?
we're
well-
Grey Wardens.
Hey, you could join the Grey Wardens
Well,
with us.
that doesn't mean much. And he puts his arm up and pulls his sleeve down. He's got the Grey Warden brand already in his arm.
Well, why are you here? And not with the Grey Wardens?
Well, I'm on Grey Warden business protecting that idiot.
Are you fucking kidding me?
He's the mayor's son.
Why?
The mayor requested it.
Okay, well, you should have luck.
Where's the mayor?
I don't really know where the mayor is. All I know is that I got told, I was sent a message saying that I was to report here to be basically his second.
Do you still have your letter?
He sort of pats himself all over and goes, no, long since lost it.
Who told you to come? Who wrote you the letter?
The Warden Commander.
His name?
I can't remember.
Yevon?
Yevon was the second, wasn't
Yeah,
Yes, dwarf.
he? Yeah.
Who's his commander then?
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
We've
You
not
do
met.
remember how you got here, right?
All I
Like
remember
just
is
now.
I've been with him for the last 6 months. It's not been fun.
And in that time, explain to me why this idiot has now convinced people that the Darkspawn don't exist when you're a Grey Warden sent here to protect him. I don't understand this.
I'm just
Take the
paid.
swigs.
I'm just paid to make sure he doesn't die.
Okay, that makes it simple.
Well, Clarence,
Which
I'm
has
afraid we're going to have
got
to-
very interesting recently because of a certain artifact he now has.
Do tell. I'll
Well,
pour him another drink.
When we went to Ferelden, you know, he says he didn't go inside. He followed me in and we took camp inside because he wanted to say he'd spent the night in Ferelden. And we sort of beat back a small wave of darkspawn, and there was this small like metal object that he seemed to have taken quite a shine to. It's about yay long, about maybe about 4 or 5 inches, and it's got wire wrapped around it and barbs. It's very interesting, but ever since he's picked it up, we've seem to have been attacked more often by things. He
Clarence,
won't part with it though.
Is it red by any chance?
It's got red on it, but I'd always thought it was just blood.
I'm just gonna look at Vincenzo and just be like, "Oh fuck!
Not
Oh, we
again.
got more red lyrium.
It
Oh
just fit.
fuck!
It doesn't seem to be lyrium, but it does seem to have some kind of aspect to it.
Where did
He
you
won't part
get
with it.
this
He keeps it in his person at all times.
Where did you get it though? Like, what
He
was it?
found it on the body of a darkspawn.
Ah. Is there something like a religious? This is out of character question, but like, are there religious symbols that the Darkspawn use?
Not really. They have like their own like artwork and stuff. They don't really follow religion because the song of the blight is what drives them.
I think this
they-
is some kind
they-
of like magician that they got it off. Like
They
the
do
Darkspawn.
have mages among them. They do have mages among them, so it could be like some dark magic.
I asked Clarence, is like, there's nothing good that can come off something fond of a Darkspawn,
Oh, I know that, but again, I'm just paid to keep him alive. I'm not paid to do. He can do what he wants. He can tell people what he wants. I'm not in charge of him. I'm just told to keep him alive.
So did you meet him here at the mayor's house, or did you just meet him in this town?
Well, I think last time we were here, we met in this inn. And it was him and his father, and we just basically got told that, you're going to be watching Bartholomew. You're going to be following around, doing what he needs to do, making sure
What's
nothing
his
happens to him.
father's name? What's his father's name?
His father's Alfonso, if I remember right. He's apparently quite a big wig with the Orlesian people. Well, then again, we are in Orlais, so what do you expect?
Are you guys here for long, or is he planning to move on to someplace?
I'm not really sure. I thought I'd be away from here for within 6 months, but it seems to keep... No one's really come to sort of relieve me, so I don't know.
Well, the Darkspawn are on the move, and they were heading this way. The army passed to fight them, I assume.
Oh, I heard about that,
but,
but I couldn't join them because of Bartholomew's... how would I put this nicely?
You don't have to put it nicely.
His,
You know you don't
his distinct lack of conflict.
Well,
Yeah, okay. Well, you don't like him, that's clear, right? He makes you... He treats you like a man, so... Like,
Yeah, he sort of starts fights and I have to finish them. It's how he sort of does things.
if we were to relieve you of your duty, would you be open to that?
If he tells me he don't need me no more, I'm more than happy to leave.
He has to do that to relieve you of duty.
That's what I'm told.
What if he accidentally falls off a cliff and snaps his neck?
Oh, if it's
Hypothetically,
accidental, then it's not my fault.
Sorry?
If it's accidental, it's not my fault.
Oh, that's fine then.
Smile,
Because
I smile and nod at
I
Mike.
mean,
He was like, yeah.
if he gets mauled to death by a bear, it's my fault. But if he
Oh, no, that's
if he fell off a cliff or
I'll get struck by
got
lightning.
crushed by a cart or had a heart attack, that wouldn't be any of my fault.
oh, that's
If
fine.
he-
That's fine.
That's fine. Okay, look, man, Clarence, we feel you. We are also, and I show the brand as well. It's like we're on our way to this town where we're going to meet up with Captain Yevon, regroup. So I think it'd be best if we could have more hands with us. And clearly, you're not being utilized here properly. You might as well. do that.
Your talents are wasted here.
Yeah, but as I said, as long as I'm getting paid, I'm fine. It's a horrible world out there when you've got nothing.
But leave it with us, and I'm sure we'll be able to rectify this situation.
At this
completely.
point, you hear Clarence. Oh, sorry, Clarence, they're happening again. And you just watch him just sigh, chug back his drink, and then walk out the door. And at this point, you see, as you look outside, you see the naked and dripping form of Bartholomew running away from what looks like a single blight rat.
Was Jennifer successful in her mission?
Let's see. Did he drink
Did
any
I-
of it?
Him in time because that was so scurrying.
You handed it to him, but he seems to have dropped it to run away from this rat.
It's fine. We can just have him trip up somewhere in his naked idiocy.
Okay, can I catch the rat?
You can catch the rat, yes. You wanted to catch as in kill or catch as in catch?
Catches and kill,
Okay.
not using my teeth.
Yep. That is fine.
Yep. Cool. If I get in his good side, he might let me give him a drink.
All right. I assume since you're a
21.
21 definitely, you can definitely kill it. At this point, he goes, "Oh, thank you. Clarence, you're far too late. You're far too late. I mean, this delightful fuzzy person. They killed it first. I mean, what would happen if they'd got to me sooner, Clarence? I mean, something bad would have happened to me. You left me alone far too long, Clarence."
Puss in Boots' face is happening. Like,
I mean, young creature, would you be interested in being part of my service? And Clarence here can maybe take a break for a while. Wonderful. See, Clarence, I've replaced you already. You're not as good as you think you are. Right, come on, fuzzy person. Let us continue. Drive me off. And he just stands like a T-pose in front of you.
Oh no. It's like-
Juniper grabs a towel and is just pat. Like as high as she can, but she's 4'2".
Yep, that's fine. So Clarence is just standing there watching you, just like with a look in his face, like, fine.
Does that mean Clarence is no longer in your service? I shall.
Oh, no. I never get rid of Clarence properly, but as a sort of hand servant, maybe I will employ this lovely fuzzy creature here. Just lift it up a little bit and dry underneath, please.
Oh man.
So,
She's not doing a good job of it.
Oh dear, what happened?
it's just,
Juniper is trying unsuccessfully to dry off the
the naked
just and
Bartholomew.
below
I'm his
naked.
servant now.
Juniper has had to kill the rat and got into his good graces and is now drying him off with a towel, but can't reach the top of that person's head.
In the hopes I can poison him with blighted bear blood. Yes.
Yep, that's fine. I'm all on board with this. This is fine.
Taking a bullet for the
At this
team
point,
is what it is.
he walks back next to the pile of clothes he took off and says, "Clarence, fetch me clean clothes, will you? Clarence, I need to put my accompaniments back on, and he rummages through the pile and starts putting like jewelry back on his around his wrists.
I'm gonna go do the job first.
Okay.
Can I accost a random villager and ask them where the mayor's house is?
The mayor's house? Oh, it's the big house over there. And he sort of points, and there's a sort of slightly grander house, just overlooking the town square that you're all in at the moment.
Is Vincenzo and I don't know what to say, Frankie, Ruth, are they going to like check out surreptitiously the mayor's house?
You can if you want.
Yes.
Thought you said the
Drunkenly
bear's
following
house
you.
there for a second.
Drunkenly following you.
The bear's
Gimli, are you coming, or are you making sure that it's our friend? I mean, no one needs to make sure that Juniper is safe. In fact, we should make sure that everyone is safe from Juniper. That's like
Perhaps. Perhaps I should stay with Juniper just in case.
okay. We are. So me and Ruth are going up to the house to see if good old Alfonso hasn't been sliced and diced.
Okay. So you.
I don't entirely believe him.
Okay. So you walk up to the mayor's. Are you knocking? Or are you just walking in? What are you doing?
Knocking first of all, obviously. Etiquette.
Okay. You knock, and the door is opened by a very elderly-looking elf butler who goes, "Yes."
Hello, is the mayor in?
He just looks you up and down and goes, "Not to you, he is," and just closes the door on you.
I put my foot in the door and I kind of hold up the Grey Warden mark and I'm like, official business, I'm afraid.
He sort of opens the door again and goes, "Oh, you Grey Wardens will never cease. Okay, fine. Follow me." And he turns round and walks with a very, it looks like someone that's had proper etiquette drilled into them. He walks very neatly along the hallway and towards the door.
Is he telling us to wait somewhere, or are we just like kind of in a sort of waiting room?
He opens the door and says, "You can wait in here."
It's like a small room.
It's like a small, kind of like a living room with quite fancy-looking chairs around the edge and a small library and a fireplace.
Ruth's gonna like scour the library and just pick out a book that interests him and then just sit in a chair.
Okay.
Not just
Let's see what kind of book you've got. You natural 20. You have what would you find interesting? That's a book on rum making. That'll be interesting. We'll go with that.
yes.
Ugh.
Can I then, like, if I have enough time and access to my writing tools, can I like forge a letter from Yevon?
Yes.
Saying that we are here to relieve Clarence of duty due to the ongoing Darkspawn invasion.
Okay.
We're supposed to be taking care of him.
Roll
Instead
your bluff, I'd say, with that. Actually, or your what's writing again? Literacy.
Right? Yeah.
So bluff or literacy, whichever you'd rather.
I'd rather use literacy. Let's see, 16.
Yep. You forge a letter. After a couple of minutes, you hear the door open, and the elven butler is here and goes, "His lordship will be here momentarily. I told him to not bother to dress appropriately." He just looks you up and down and says, "You don't deserve his finery." And just turns around and walks back out of the room again.
Did you see what that elf did? Ruth. And I scream at Ruth while she's busy reading. It's like...
Wow.
Never mind. And I show her the letter and I'm like, read this.
Okay.
It says Clarence is to be relieved and we are supposed to be taking care of the, dumbass. And then we can, have him have an accident.
Ah, well, this is good news then. Let's take that.
Okay. After a couple of
Sure,
minutes,
Clarence.
the door opens again, and a quite probably one of the most fancy-looking gentlemen you've seen in a while walks in and goes, "Hello, what are you all doing here? Why are you here about what is this grey water business? What is going on?"
Oh no, it's the mayor from the
Is it-
first village.
Is it the mayor from the first village?
He just looks up. "Oh, it's all you again. Why are you back here?"
Ruth's just gonna point fingers at you.
What is your problem? What is your problem?
I hand the folded over letter to him.
What is this? What is this?
We're the relief duty.
He flicks through the things and go, I don't, have you had your anointment in the Grey Wardens? Are you proper Grey Wardens now, so I can trust my son and to be alone with you?
Yes.
There's many of us. In fact, it's a whole retinue.
Yes.
Then,
There's 5 of us.
I do not see the point of why Clarence is one person is taken away when a whole group is being left in exchange.
Clarence was asked for by the Grand Master, so we don't ask questions. We just deliver letters.
I don't know if I approve of this, but I guess if it's in writing, I guess I have to accept it.
Well, you want to tell Clarence that? Because we tried to impress upon him.
I will.
But,
I will go speak to him then. At this point, Ruth just sort of looks over, and the small child from first to the stairs and goes, "You're back, hairy person."
Oh, fuck off. They're just gonna like back away, clutch his rum and turn around and walk out. And I'm done. Bye. Nope.
you were saying, Tom?
No, I'm not there, am I?
Nope, you're not there.
Oh.
Nope.
Oh. I have like a look on my face that can just be described as like, the fuck? How did he get another son?
How is the Juniper situation going?
How's the
At
Juniper
this point, Juniper has dressed Bartholomew, including a very tight corset underneath his thing, so he doesn't look as unkempt as he did when he was in the bathtub. As he goes, see, Clarence is one far better than you for dressing me. I mean, it's so nice and warm. The sort of fur on my skin is so nice, Clarence. So much nicer than your cold skin. And Clarence just goes, yeah, whatever.
I'm getting Nancy vibes. Okay, the murder is happening quicker. Can I somehow usher him to sit down and do the whole wine glass thing again? In the bar, out of sight, and kind of present it to him, kind of kneeling down, you know?
Okay. Let's see. Does he have any reason to resist it? He does.
I have blushed.
He goes, oh, but I appreciate the gesture. He takes the wine and looks. He goes, that's very nice wine, but it's afternoon, isn't it? Afternoon's white wine. Red wine is a morning and an evening drink. White wine is an afternoon drink. I think I'll have a white wine, please. And just hands it back to
Okay.
How does Juniper have like a? Does Juniper have a smile on her face? On their
As
face?
much as, you know, that kind of like cat face of... kind of that. Permanently. Little chubby cheeks. She'll kind of nod and run to go do it with white wine, and carefully only like one drop in there, kind of... So it looks like a blush at most. You know.
With one nail just like
One claw, you know.
yeah.
yes.
Brings it back out and kind of does the whole chorale again.
Yep. He goes, oh, wonderful, wonderful. Takes a small sip and goes, oh, it's very bitter, very, very bitter indeed. And just sits it down. Very, very bitter indeed.
It's dry. Crisp. Dry.
Yes, it's very crisp, it's almost crunchy.
I'm gonna say.
Let's have a sip.
No, I'm not gonna be like. This is dry. If you want it.
Oh, well, what is that, young master?
It's my mum's bread.
Your mother's bread. He just leans forward, takes it out of your hand, and goes, that's nice. It's got bite marks. It's got bite marks on it. You can't eat this, and just throws it behind him. Now, where were we, young cat?
Disrespect. The disrespect.
I'm gonna dive for it. No, mum's bread. I've had that for how many years? 14 years, let's say.
I like how Gimli is like a storied family person. Like granddad's axe, mom's bread. We still have to find what dad gave you.
Pure disappointment.
The start of a tragic backstory.
Oh no.
All right. At this point, you can Juniper and Gimli do me an awareness check, please.
Which one's awareness? Number 3.
3.
20.
Yep. You notice that in his other hand, the hand that he wasn't drinking the wine with, he seems to be sort of fidgeting with what looks like a rod that seems to be it's about the width of the palm of his hand, and he seems to be like sort of fidgeting with it at all times, making it make little click noises.
Okay.
It's
Now,
a tracker.
a what?
Like a tracker, like little click noises summon the darkspawn. Bet you now.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Does that mean I need to throw this away?
I missed that. Sorry.
So it's
Yeah,
Tom's
Tom's
clicker.
Oh.
It's like a
Geiger
Geiger
counter.
count.
Now,
It's a
before
Geiger counter
Dragon
for,
in like 7 weeks' time tries to kill me,
Yep.
can you put the clucky thing down?
I don't think I will. Right.
Oh, poor Dragon, having to edit
Well,
this.
he's got a Geiger counter, so maybe the blood won't actually do anything to him.
I think Juniper's more focused on feeding the guy more wine.
Go for
Okay. Okay.
I'll mix some honey into it.
Oh, honey, I love honey and bees. Oh, I love
We
a
got
good
some
bee.
honey. Sorry, sorry.
No, we're not going on a bee tangent. We're not.
Personal Tom update.
We were
Yeah.
doing so well without the tangents.
Sorry. Carry on later. I'll have probably forgotten by then anyway.
Off stream.
Right, carry on.
Okay, so more wine is going into this person.
Okay,
Is,
so,
is
I will have it that Vincenzo and Ruth have come out at this point.
Yeah, Ruth had. The minute Ruth had saw like the
creepy
albino
child.
child, he was out. He was out. It's like, right, I'm out. Not having anything to do with that demon child.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Is the mayor going down to talk to his son, or is he just hanging out and waiting for the son to come back home?
He sort of storms his way across, and he walks up to Clarence and says, I have this letter that says that you are to be replaced, so go off, fuck off. Clarence goes, what?
Yes, we've heard your new orders.
But I'm due pay. I've not been paid yet. No, they just say that you're to be due. You get paid if you stay to the end of the month or before. Go.
What he said? He said like he
That's
gets
not what
paid.
he said. He gets paid. Liar!
If you have to find the contract I have with the Grey Odin, say I pay at the end of the month. I do not pay if they are not here. If they die, if they go away, whatever happens. If they're not here at the end of the month, they die.
He's due
Can I
his
look
back
at
payment
the
then. He's been here 6 months. You owe him 6 months' pay.
Well, he's already had 5 months of that. Have you not,
No,
Clarence?
he hasn't. Don't lie to me.
Clarence.
I've not really. Sorry, Clarence says, I've not had much yet. No, I've only really had about 3 months' pay. I mean, the last 2
So
months I had to lend to Bartholomew there because he didn't have any money.
So
he
in
has
fact,
kept-
you've been negated in his
You
contract.
did not have to give my son money. It was fine. You did it of your own goodwill. I'm not going to replace it.
Listen, Lord Mayor, if it so may please you, that the Grey Wardens don't look kindly upon fiscal irresponsibility.
The Grey Waters
No,
look
they
kind
do
of
not.
anything, so they can do what they want. And he sort of just turns around and starts walking back inside. And all of you, now all of you, so dress better in future. I want to see smart. And turns around and walks back into his house.
Okay. Well, Clarence, you can stick around and just enjoy yourself for a while.
Yes,
Just
take a day
break.
off.
Take a day off. And let us handle the care and safety of Sir Bartholomew
He
here.
raises an eyebrow and goes, "All right, well, if you think you're up to it, that's fine." He just walks back into the inn.
I think we're perfectly up to it, aren't we, Vincenzo? Are we going to have some fun?
All of us have that smile that's like the shark from like the movie.
Yep.
It's like
Hello, I'm Bruce.
All right. So as you all walk back over, Vincenzo and Ruth also now notice the thing in his hand that he's clicking constantly.
I asked him, "What's that?"
It's nothing. It's just something I found that I like fidgeting with.
It
I
looks
know
like
the feeling.
It looks like a trophy.
Oh, it's nothing important. It's fine. It is fine.
Is he like covering it up? Like we
He's
can't
sort
see
of
it, or
putting
is-
it behind one hand behind the other, and it's in the hand at the bottom. So he's kind of not covering it, but sort of trying to take attention away from it.
Not doing a very good job.
I trust Juniper has been like nice to you, and I look at Juniper.
Oh yes, the fuzzy one has been very nice. I mean, a lot nicer than Clarence. I mean, you have no idea how hack-handed that man was.
Must have been terrible
look-
traveling with just one person protecting
Oh
you.
yes, I
Person
mean,
like you.
now we
should
can
have-
we all got together. We can all huddle together for warmth. It'd be far better than just Clarence. Clarence never produced any heat at all.
I'm not huddling with anyone for warmth.
Oh, come
but-
now.
but- No. Given that there's more of us to look after you, we could go on a leisurely walk around the town.
I'm not a fan of walks. It's a bit much
Oh,
for
but
me.
it'll be good for the circulation for your legs. It's most important before winter sets in that you get some good circulation.
Well, Clarence, I used to just lie on my back and Clarence would pedal me for a little bit.
I have a great idea. A person like you should have a portrait done of themselves.
Oh, I already have 3 or 4, but I'd love another portrait. I always love a portrait of myself.
There was like a blight bear skull somewhere, and there's a corpse. You could put your foot on it, make a nice pose, and I could like kind of paint you.
Yeah, a nice victory over your fight with the
That
blight bear.
does sound wonderful, yes.
Yeah, I could write a story about it, and I kind of let him flick through my book of like ideas.
He looks through, he goes, yeah, he looks really disinterested, but just flicks the pages as he's looking elsewhere. He goes, yes, you've done a lot, yes. And just closes the book and just gently throws it on the ground without any thought of it. Yes, lovely stuff, yes.
So
yes.
what do you say? Shall we go do it now, since you're all up energetic?
When's
Perhaps
this
a glass of
fight gonna kick
wine.
in?
Jennifer's like, when's the cocaine gonna hit him? So I can.
It could take hours. It could take days. It depends on the.
At this point, you hear the sound of wolf howls nearby, and he immediately looks up towards and goes, "Oh, bastards, the wolves are back!"
What do you mean the wolves are back?
Oh.
And you look over, and there's a small pack of about 3 or 4, obviously blight-infested wolves charging towards him.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
gonna leave
say.
this village. I want to leave this village so quickly.
I was gonna say.
We
What do
could
you mean?
just
What
leave him.
wolves? I mean, this wolves sounds like.
They've been
dog to
following me for weeks. Well, it's only a couple of days, but weeks.
We'll take care of it, but you need to stick close to us.
Don't worry, I'll just wait behind all of you. Don't worry.
Yes. Come on, and
Can-
we.
I
Go on.
was gonna go and have Ruth just stun him since we're like somewhere a bit more secluded, and just take whatever's in his hand and then just leave.
I think.
Ruth's just like, I'm
that's
quite
an
happy to leave you all here.
Ruth is gonna remove themselves from the equation. How far away are these
Thank you
wolves?
now.
They're about, let's say about,
That's the thing.
they're coming down the hill about 30 metres away.
Okay.
About the same distance the bear was when you noticed the bear.
Okay.
We should take care of the wolves, but accidents might happen, so stay safe. And then I wink at Juniper. It's like I wink knowingly at Juniper.
So we'll fight
Just
the
a little
wolves first.
toothy
Then.
grin appears like the frickin' Cheshire cat, you know?
So we'll fight the wolves first then. Okay.
Go on then, Kimberly. Watch your leg this time. And then kind of like, I'm not much of a charge person, so I'm just gonna like stand. I'm gonna summon whatever I can summon to fight the wolves to distract them while we beat the shit out of them.
Roll.
It better not be Bruno, that poor child.
Where is my character sheet?
That's a 23.
Okay, let's say you summon, Mick and Mac
Yes, Mick and
appear,
Mac.
and they do the sort of tried and tested running one to the left, one to the right to distract the wolves. Even as they go out and wave, the wolves do not notice them at all and just keep charging straight forward.
I grunt at them dissatisfactory. I'm like, get them, and then that's my action, so I can't do anything else.
As the nearest tree.
Nearest tree, about halfway between you and the wolves right now.
Cool, bolting for it.
Okay.
Ruth is going to cast a frostbolt to try and freeze. He's going to try and cast it in like the middle of them and see how many he can like slow down.
Okay. There's only 3 of them, but yes. Frostbolt it lands a couple of meters away. It doesn't even remotely go near them. Gimli? Tom?
Axe, I guess. Gimli use axe.
Okay.
It was.
You are quite far
Super
away. Are you
effective.
throwing the axe, or are you going to just stand ready for them to come near you?
Do I get any benefit for that?
If you throw the axe and you hit, you might cleave one, but if you miss, your axe is 30 meters away from you.
What about if I sit still?
You know what? If you sit still, we'll give you an attack when they get close.
Yay! I'll gotta stand defensively.
Okay. Okay. Even though you have all sort of spread out to try and sort of draw the wolves to reach him, they all seem to be heading in a straight line, ignoring all of you and just straight line towards him.
Yeah. Whatever he's got, they're after.
I kind of say, they're going for him. What a shame.
But he has something that we need to take a look at.
Do we want them to make off with the thing that they have?
We could take these wolves.
Yeah,
if they
that's
don't get to him. I'm doing like Steve.
I missed. What a shame.
Takes another sip of rum.
Might get a wolf.
Okay.
Okay.
So
We can kill 2 and leave the last one till after.
alright, well, let's just do the same order as last time, so it starts with Vincenzo.
Okay. I will. Can I fire off a stun?
Yep.
But instead of hitting the wolf, can I miss and try and hit our friend back there?
Yep.
Oops.
Yep,
I
roll.
am still aiming for him. I ready up the stun, and then I'm assuming it's like a little grenade of
I
some
think it's
sort.
sort of little light grenade, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
you throw
I-
it sparks next to his feet and he shudders. You notice whatever he was holding in his hand drops to the floor.
Amazing.
Who's close enough to him to pick it up discreetly?
I mean,
if any
We were
of us-
shooting from far away, so you're like probably right next to me.
Okay, Ruth's gonna bend down, because his legs maybe went all wobbly, and he's like bent down to like try and pick it up as stealthily as possible. Then,
Okay.
do you want me to roll a dex for that?
Yes.
Okay. It is a +3. 12.
You try and pick it up. As you bend down to try and pick it up, you sort of, as you put your hand around it, you feel one of the barbs from it just stab into one of your fingers, and you pull your hand back and yelp quite loudly.
Ooh.
No, we'll do that next turn. So it's now
Yes.
Juniper.
Yes.
Have I climbed a tree?
Yes.
Cool. I'm going to try and shunk a knife into a wolf's head.
All right. Roll.
Cool. If my computer, thank you. 24.
Yep. You
My
throw a knife. It
God.
goes straight through the wolf. The wolf howls and it just crumples into the ground, lying completely dead. So there's now just two wolves. They're still not in melee range for Gimli yet. So we'll go around. Can Ruth do me a magic check, please?
Magic check.
Magic check.
Magic.
It's not blood magic, is it?
Ruth does a little card trick.
24.
You look at the
Hey.
hand that just spiked itself on the thing. You notice that the finger you spiked has got a massive. It's like almost it's like a symbol burned into the flesh of your top of your finger.
Oh. Do I recognize it at all?
No,
No.
but it seems to throb and get it's quite painful.
Have I been blighted?
No.
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 Okay.
I think you've been like berserk marked.
I've
Now
been
they're gonna
marked.
come
I've
for you.
been marked by something. Yeah. He's gonna still try and pick up the thing again.
Okay.
Do
a
you need
dex
me to
pick
roll
it up.
dex again? Dex again. Okay.
Mhm.
Is Bartholomew still stunned?
Yes.
14.
Okay. You go to pick it up. You pick it up this time, and the second you pick it up, the throbbing pain in your finger stops.
Oh no.
The wolves change trajectory towards our friend.
They're still charging towards Ruth and Bartholomew because they're standing next to each other. I imagine if Ruth's
Yeah.
just picked up the thing.
I'm going to, as my action, shoot off a lightning bolt at one of the wolves to like pin the herd down so that Gimli has a great chance at hitting
Okay.
whatever's coming.
Roll. Magic.
Ooh, magic.
Yep.
15.
Lightning bolt shunks the wolf catches fire and then just crumbles into a heap. So it's just one wolf remaining. It's Gimli's turn to swing.
Do I want to accidentally miss?
If you roll me, do 3d20 because you were waiting for 2 turns. So we'll have you just lightning quick do 3 attacks.
Oh wow. Lucky me.
Dwarf samurai.
I've been charging up this whole time.
Yep.
What am I rolling?
3d20 plus strength.
Strength. One passable, 2 good.
Yep. I do kind of wish it would tell me them individually, but yeah, never mind. Yes.
But it
So
does, doesn't it?
you. Yes.
18, 17, and 8.
Are they the plus numbers? Yeah, they must be the plus numbers. So yes,
Yeah.
you swing wildly. You chop the wolf into several pieces, and just collapses to the ground. Just crumpled mix of black blood and dead wolf. As you finish chopping that, you hear my action, and you see Bartholomew frantically looking around the ground and shaking his hand quite a lot.
Ruth's just
What's
gonna
wrong?
keep the thing in his pocket and.
Did something hurt you? Did something happen?
I've lost my thing. As soon as Ruth puts it in his pocket and takes his hand away from it, the burning in his hand starts again.
Oh, he's just gonna like try and keep his hand as still as possible.
What does it look like? What is it?
It's a small
It must be
metal rod. It's about it just fits in my hand nicely. I just feel alone when I don't have it. And as he sort of flickers his fingers, you notice he has a large burn symbol on the top of his finger.
What is that?
I'm going to say, oh, it's that what the thing you had earlier.
yeah, it's got no
like a
money
pen.
It's got no money value. I just need it back. I just need it
I
back.
thought it was a pen for writing things.
Yes. What,
Okay, well let's look for your pen. It can't be
Yeah,
far.
we all started looking.
He looks at Ruth and says, what is what?
What's that on your hand?
He just looks down and he sees the symbol. He goes, oh, nothing. Just family tattoo.
Oh, what does it mean? It's very interesting.
It
Distract you until we find your thing.
means good luck. Yes, good luck, and yes. He seems like his hand is just getting. He's like, have you got any cold water about? And he goes runs off, and you notice him run off to the sort of rain barrel at the side of the inn. He just plunges his hand in it, and he look of relief in his face for a couple of seconds.
Hey, Juniper, are you still up in the tree?
Juniper's still in the tree, yes.
Oh, I wonder if you have line of sight to that rainwater barrel that is suspiciously near the wolves. It's like, I wonder aloud. Don't go out there. There might be more wolves, and kind of like, I'm whispering to Ruth, saying, "Are you all right? Is everything okay? What the?"
No, I have the same thing that he has. It stabbed me in the finger, and now I have the same mark in my hand, and it's burning, and I have the thing, and I need it in my hand. I don't like it.
Looks like a curse of some sort.
It's cutting through the rum, and I don't appreciate it.
If anything, it's sobering you up very quickly.
Yes, I can imagine. He's like, I need more rum. He's like literally like taking out another bottle and just like hyping it.
Do you mind losing a finger? I look at him seriously.
Actually, he's quite willing, probably, because he won't be able to work without having this thing in his hand all the time.
Pull it out.
Maybe later once we figure out a bit more about it. But yes, it might be an option. God damn it!
You losing limbs by the second.
Losing limbs by the session. By
Not
the
limbs.
session.
Appendages.
Appendages by the session.
So we make a big show of looking for it, and
I'm afraid we can't find it.
No, thank you back. At this point, you hear, "Oh, Clarence, I've lost my toy."
Can I cast around for something that I could perhaps craft into a reasonable imitation of this thing?
It depends what. You could make something similar, but unless Ruth tells you exactly or shows you exactly what it looks like, you won't really know what you're making.
I think I saw enough of it earlier. It's just a little metal rod.
Okay.
with barbs around it.
Yeah, there's barbs in it. I can like I'll like shuffle over to like in a little huddle with you guys and like show you the thing
Okay.
in my hand.
Probably that's when you showed us the little
It's like a sort
birth
of
scar.
metal rod, and at both ends there's like sort of quite chunky looking bolts, and wrapped round it is a mix of wire and then wire with barbs on it.
Ouch. Alright, what have I got on me?
I have no idea what this thing is.
And as you sort of look at the end, you shake it a little bit, and you can hear that it rattles. And as you sort of play with it in your hand, you notice one end does click.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to handle it too much because I get stabbed as well. What are the chances that I've picked up some metal scraps?
Yeah.
Because they're useful for things and stuff.
I assume with your tinkering ability, you could probably easily make a replica.
Okay. Do I roll
Mhm.
for...
Roll tinkering
Where is it?
or
There
blacksmithing.
it is, 5. Come on, be a decent roll.
Yep. You make
14.
what looks almost identical to the original, and
That'll do.
you sort of rush over and go, "Oh, you found it! We found
Is this
it!"
it? Is this it? Is this it? I got it. Look,
Oh,
it's
wonderful,
lit.
wonderful! He grabs it, and you immediately watch the barbs pierce straight into his hand. He doesn't seem to care, and he goes, "No, no, no! This can't be it. The pain has not stopped." He just chucks it on the ground and just keeps shaking his hand. The
I'm
blood
gonna
is
say-
pouring from his hand now.
There's a lot of blood on your hand, mate. You want to get a bandage for that?
No, no! I need to stop the heat. The heat. He plunges his hand back in the barrel, and you notice it turning slowly dark red almost immediately.
What, the barrel?
The water in the barrel.
Oh, blood, of course.
Okay, you wait here. We'll go find someone who can help you, and then I kind of, I look at Juniper and I see like, can you take care of him for just 1 second? And then I'm gonna like kind of. And then I'm
Remember
gonna
the
kind
last
of, like,
time we asked to take care of him. on the one hand, you know, he's a git. On the other hand,
Yeah.
I don't like killing people. On the third hand, he's draining all of his blood into that barrel. He might not have any of that blood in him left anymore.
I asked Ruth like if you can keep clicking the thing that clicks. Does it open?
Probably not. It's a clicker.
It's a clicker. Because it's summon more
As
dark
you
spawn.
clicked it, as you sort of click it several times, after you click a certain number of times, there's a sort of strange, almost like metallic hum shoots through it. And as you sort of look around, you notice in the distance another blight bear has appeared, sort of charging towards you.
Stop clicking the damn thing.
Oh no.
Get this thing open.
What is this? This is so fucking annoying.
I'd
Ah!
like to point out at this point, does he still believe that Darkspawn aren't real?
Just like to say on a side note, you have no idea how long it took me to find Darkspawn artifacts in this fucking world. There's no fucking lore in this. So yes,
Probably.
just
probably
leave it at that. Carry on.
Okay. Probably because everyone keeps destroying them. I wonder why.
Yeah.
No, just it's really difficult to find anything.
Oh, jeez. All right then.
I don't know what this is. It's really
So even if you remove it from your hand for even a second, it hurts you. Like it burns.
There's like a intense burning sensation when you don't have the finger that's got the brand in it touching the item.
The bear is coming straight towards, as far as we can tell, the tavern
It's
that we're in. Where
all of you
the-
are standing off to the side, and Ruth is standing on their own, and the bear is charging almost completely at Ruth, ignoring everything else.
oh fuck.
Give it back!
Oh, I don't have it. We've let you hold on to it.
Just chop off the finger.
Oh, I'm gonna chop my
Yeah.
finger off. Yeah, we're gonna have to chop my finger off. Fuck.
I give you a knife and I go, you know what to do. It's like-
Right. Is there a wall somewhere that I can like lean
Sure,
on
you can
against?
find a wall.
Okay.
You can always explain it as being bitten off by a wolf.
I'm gonna have
are
like the
before
cleanest
you
knife.
do it, what are you doing with the item?
I don't know.
want me to
I'm
think
assuming
about
I'm having.
Throw it on the
I'm
ground.
assuming I'm gonna have to sacrifice my finger to the item. So.
Are
should
you
it be-
dropping the item is the question. Because if you're holding on to it, it's just going to curse you more.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably drop it and then
I could always put it in my boot.
no,
You-
put it.
No, you get cursed.
No,
Yeah,
as
you
in
could-
put it in my boot and then not wear the boot.
Yeah, you can put it in that.
It is
Okay, yeah.
it is notably a solid object,
Yeah.
as
we
last
got
the
you.
session before last determined.
Precedence
Okay.
has been set.
I'm gonna drop the item
Into the boot.
into the boot, and
After I've
then,
taken my foot out, that is.
and then
Just to be clear.
Just to be clear, in case the
Cle-
dice gods have any sneaky ideas.
clean the blade of my biggest knife that I have still,
Mhm.
and take off my finger.
Okay. Roll strength or dex, whichever you'd rather.
Oh, I'd rather not do this at all, but.
You hack into your hand, you get about halfway through, your hand is twitching, pouring with blood. The burning sensation is stronger than ever for being further away from the item. Your whole hand is shaking.
Strength help.
Keep going. Don't stop.
Keep going. We're just gonna keep going. Chop the finger
Roll again.
off.
Roll
Don't
again.
stop now.
Oh god.
Fight through the pain. It's like
Oh god.
Yep.
14.
You slice again. It comes free. It falls to the ground. The second that it comes through your body, within about 20 seconds, it has turned black and curled in on itself.
but Ruth is apart
Am I?
You're
Yeah,
fine.
I mean,
you,
Clearly,
you no
I
longer.
imagine you're probably in extreme pain.
You're in
but
extreme
a
pain
different
from losing your
kind.
finger, and your finger is pouring blood from missing your first
Bandage
finger.
that.
But
Bandage that.
the burning sensation has stopped.
Okay.
That'll do.
So we know how to cure it. And then I turn my attention towards the bear and just shoot a lightning bolt.
Okay.
If
Roll.
it's still far away, I'm just gonna keep peppering it with lightning bolts until it comes closer.
Alright. Well, do me 3d20 then. We'll see if your lightning bolts manage to stop and or set fire to this bear.
Plus the magic, yeah?
Yep.
15, 14, 8.
Yep. Yep. You shoot some lightning bolts at it. It sets it on fire. Let's just have it kill the bear because it's just going to be combat we don't really need at the moment. So yes, the bear catches fire and again just collapses as the previous blighted creatures do. So at this point,
What do we do with blighted creatures?
at this point you hear,
We burn them.
"Ah, there it is there," and you notice Bartholomew rushing towards you to try and find where you put it.
Can I jump on him and cut off his finger?
Yeah.
Cool. What will I be rolling?
Whatever. Roll.
Just remember,
Dex.
this is a finger.
This is
That is a spine. There's a difference.
and
This is an arm.
And
Try my
that
best.
is something you
we're-
don't want to cut
13.
off.
it's not so bad. You cut off many fingers.
He-
It's like,
He's because he basically squirms so much from you jumping on top of him. You end up cutting off all of his fingers on his one hand. He's
still
just
got
got
blood,
his
though.
thumb and his palm, and that's it.
He's still got
He
thumb.
starts
That's,
flailing wildly, and the spray of blood is spraying on everyone.
oh no! What a terrible thing that's happened here because of the blight bear. It's like
Can we stick a tourniquet on both our?
No, let's leave it. Let's leave him to burn.
oh
I don't
no,
want him
he's
bleeding out
He does seem.
because otherwise it's gonna fall on us.
He's panicking and flapping his arms a lot. Like a lot more blood than is probably safe to lose is spraying everywhere right now.
Okay, we'll like tourniquet that.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
It's
I even knew where the bloody thing was. We put it in a boot. We weren't waving it around our heads.
Do you say
Maybe-
that out loud?
No.
It's like
No, of course not. Maybe he was doing the sort of hotter, colder thing, and he was like, "It's
Yeah,
over this way."
Mhm.
Very much hotter,
Uh,
colder. Actually, now that I think about it.
I whisper to Gimli as like hide the boot somewhere.
Just like tourniquet the hand and try and stem the bleeding, and then cast healing magic.
Okay.
Stop
So-
squirming.
So you.
We could reattach some of the
The fingers.
not
The other one.
fingers. Yeah.
Yeah, we can try that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll me 3d20 for plus your. Actually, just do 3d20 for now. We'll see how your reattaching of 3 fingers goes.
One for each finger.
19, 10, and 6.
Yeah. So he has like 2 fingers crudely reattached to his hand that move not very well, and the third one just didn't take. So he's got like a top finger and his pinky now, and he's just kind of like that's all he's got, and it's
What, so
very
he's perpetual metal horns.
yes.
I'll have a war story for the ladies. Think of it like that. How are you
But
feeling?
it's my right hand. I can't function without my right hand.
No, it's all right.
Oh,
God, Maker gave you 2. You've got another one.
You could learn how to do stuff with your left hand. Pat him on the back, and you perform bravely in the fight.
I'm gonna say
The fire's
Uh,
gone. The fire's gone. Where's the
Mission's
fire
up.
gone? He sort of looks
there
at...
you
And
go.
look up at
It's
him
safe.
and be like,
I'm
Yes.
gonna. Hang on. How many fingers has he got?
He has a thumb and 2 fingers.
So one of those two was the blight finger.
His first
And
one,
one of
his
them-
first one was his blight finger, but he's got his second finger where his first one was, and his pinky.
Right. Okay. So he doesn't have.
Doesn't have anything in the middle. He's kind of just got that.
So he's got that, but
Yes.
it's actually like.
Yeah.
God damn it. Okay.
He's a
Has it gone black and shriveled up like the other finger?
The one that had the thing, yes, has immediately shriveled up.
Well, I'm gonna scuff a hole in the ground somewhere that looks like it probably won't be scuffed up in the near future, and sort of scoop up the various fingers and bits of stuff, make a fire pit in the hole for burning all of the various bodies and stuff.
Okay. So
Any
as the day goes on and you slowly pull all the blighted bodies into this fire, Wraith returns to you all, having finally finished all his mortician duties with the body. And there's another scream from outside,
Oh, come on.
and
where's
the barman runs in and
cat?
goes, "There's been another attack! There's been another attack!"
it's the cat.
And you go outside, and your friend Bartholomew has indeed been mauled to death by the cat.
Oh, what a shame!
Another
Oh, no.
bear
Oh,
must
dear.
have arrived.
Oh.
Quick, let's go on a bear hunt in the woods again.
Great loss. As I'm holding out the sausage for the cat and going like.
I'd like to, point out. Well, when you didn't find the bear, it must have come back to the,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
various
You-
towns.
That damn bear again.
The only way you know it's the cat is because when you go up to your room, the cat is sitting on the
Covered in blood?
on the table in your room, caked in blood.
Covered in blood.
Again.
Damn it, cat.
I look at Jennifer going like, "Your cat. What you gonna do?"
Exaggeratedly goes over and like starts licking herself and being like, "Burn, lick, 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 lick." The leg goes up. Lick, lick, lick.
Ruth's just gonna eye the cat and then go into a corner and just open up more rum and just get back to being completely trashed out of his face.
If the mayor comes by, I'm going to express my deepest sorrows that it was a complete accident.
Well, you basically have Wraith the Mortician to basically write what the cause of death is. So
Yeah. Yep. Bear
Cause of
attack.
death was accidental bear.
accidental bear. That seems appropriate.
Unfortunate dalliance with a bear.
I believe this man is dead because of critical poking the bear with a stick.
All right.
Couldn't let sleeping bears lie.
All
All
right.
the puns.
It's an act of God, really, if it's a darkspawn bear. So, theoretically,
The
we're
maker
out of
works in
the loop.
strange ways.
Yeah. So we're out of that, and Clarence is out of his obligations, and
Yeah.
I'm sure the mayor will have stuff to say about it. But
The mayor will probably come and chuck us out because that's
and
what he did
also
last time.
and at this point, Vincenzo unrepresses all his memories of the creepy orphan child and goes, "Oh no."
Yeah. Yeah. Why do you think I walked out? Why do you think I just left the minute I saw that
You
shadow?
saw it too?
Yes.
It stood
thought
next to
I was
Ruth and went, "Hair person."
Yeah. Here, person. Ruth's like, nope, the fuck out of here.
Hallucinated. What's he doing all the way here? How did he become mayor? How does he have a son? So many questions.
How is this man still in power?
It's just a hive mind of awful mares.
It's Orlais. I'm
It's
just putting
actually
it down to
perhaps
Orlais.
just imagine, it's not actually the same mayor at all. It's just all mayors share the same name, the same look, the same disposition. Maybe they're all inbred to hell, and that's why they're like the way they are.
Makes sense. It's a Pokemon Nurse Jenny.
I was about to say. I was like, is this
Nurse Jenny approach.
and the police officer? I can never remember the police officer one.
I can.
Yeah.
That's not Officer Jenny.
Huh?
Is that not
It's
Officer?
one of them.
Yeah, is
It's
it?
probably
Yeah.
Officer.
First name Officer, second name Jenny.
Yeah.
Not a job,
Can't
just a
remember.
name. It's like,
Nurse Joy. That is
Nurse
the nurse.
Joy.
Nurse
Yes,
Joy.
there we go.
yeah. But like that's the thing, it's the infinite mayor problem.
So, on that note, does anyone have anything they wish to add before we do the wind up and the other stuff?
Don't whine us, please. I know what's in it.
How do you think Ruth sticks with spirits and rum?
How much blood percentage is alcohol versus blood in Ruth's body at the moment? Like, what's
no,
if a breathalyzer
they-
test were to be invented?
I think
Totally faked.
they sobered up quite a lot from the burn, so yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of gone back down again. It's gone back to nothing and then back down to quite a high
Probably
percentage.
Probably gotten to like level 5 of the drunken scale, so probably like the 3rd or 4th pub in the World's End film.
Ah, that scale. That's a good scale to
That
go
kind of
on.
scale is a good scale to go on.
All
He's
right.
not quite gone to the final pub where it's like, yeah, you.
I'd also like to say by expert deduction, we haven't killed anyone today. It's
We did
nature just
not.
taking its course.
Yep.
And good job, Juniper, for not actually murdering someone this session. That's just it's an improvement.
Thank you.
Sorry. Hang on. Did you miss the part where she poisoned the guy's wine with blighted blood?
True. It was attempts at murder that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Something else got him in the end. That doesn't count. Would have taken days.
Do we have a little ledger where we mark how many people we've killed, and it's me and everyone else, and then Juniper's one is just got notches all the way to the end?
I'm sure Tristan has been keeping account.
A tally at this point, you know.
Tally.
Somewhere out there,
Having
somewhere out there,
murders.
Tristan goes, flips to a page, marks one.
I maintain that Tristan has eyes everywhere. Like he
Tristan is
appeared to be
watching
a
from
rogue,
somewhere disapprovingly.
but yeah, I maintain that he's not really a rogue. That he's actually a shapeshifter mage, and
I
he's just.
just like the idea
following
that whenever you do anything, just in the corner of your eye, there's a little bit of green text saying Tristan disapproves.
Yes. Or Tristan just like sighs quietly and writes
That's
his diary.
that's the real Grey Warden training. We're all in the tutorial mission, and we're just like kind of racking up the negative perks.
Tristan disliked that. All right.
Sometimes, rarely, Tristan liked that.
It's very rare.
Sometimes,
You've seen
rarely,
it twice.
Tristan doesn't have questions. I have questions.
All right. So we will wind up there. So just our usual end of stream spiel. So first of all, we have 2 affiliate codes with some wonderful people. We have affiliate code with dndice.co.uk who do. We have 10% off dice there. They do fantastic dice. They do acrylic. They do metal dice. They do wonderful other kind of dice as well. Go check them out. They are. Generally, I love my D&D dice, and one day I will own the very expensive Damascus steel dice, because, yeah, and
They're pretty.
I
Why
will
not?
I will lose
They're
them the day I
pretty.
buy them, but I will want them. And the other one we have is Gemhammer Gaming. So gemhammer.com. They get 20% off there. They do things like Deck of Many Things, Deck of Wonder, all sorts of little things you can have to augment your game. Again, fantastic things. We've done games with it before. We did one called Dark. We basically just drew from it all the time. It's a great little thing to have, just for little ideas coming in and out. So yeah, check both of them out. Use Penance RPG to check out. Get money off. All good. Other things we have to do is our next streams are where are we on? Tomorrow is Verlaston with Mr. Greg.
Yes.
Tuesday is Barrel Trauma with me and Mr. Tom. Then it's Mindy Horror after it. Wednesday is me and Bellery playing Saints Row 3. Thursday is me doing more indie horror. Friday is me and Mr. Tom again doing Raft, which started
With others.
well on Friday with me dying 4 or 5 times to drowning and sharks. And then next Sunday we have more Dark Tide, and then next Monday is our 222 follower stream, where me and Bellry are playing, I think it's called Perfect Date, the cat dating game, where we will be playing a celebration of that. So we'll try and make a big thing of it. I don't know if it'll get anywhere, but we'll try and make a big thing of it, and it should be a laugh. So yeah, come along for that. Hopefully it'll be fun. So yeah, I think that is everything. Unless anyone has anything else they wish to add before we try and look for someone to raid into.
Let's raid someone.
Should I try and find someone new, or should we just raid into someone we know?
Is anyone we know streaming?
There's one person we know on. Actually, no, there's two people we know on. One person's doing a short RPG session where they're doing something called Sibling Rivalry, and the other one is Neko, who of course is also fantastic, and they're the one that do the Scooby-Doo game.
Scooby-Doo!
Alright. Well, let's do the Scooby-Doo game then. So let me just get that set up. So yeah, once again, thank you very much, folks, everyone who's been here today. Thank you, Rob, for resubbing. And thank you, Back, for doing plus dice. Always appreciated. And incidentally, if you have any ideas, things you'd like me to include in the story, Back, please send me them. I'm more than happy to include things. Also, on the note of random things, this year at Dragon Meet, hopefully we will be there. But even if we're not booked for anything, we're going to be there in person, I think. And we'll be running something where I'm going to ask people for ideas for random plot and happenstance things. I'm going to put them in a bag and we'll draw them blind for not seeing them before, because Dragon's going to deal with it all and just hand them to me, and I'm going to have to try and incorporate them all in, because I need more chaos in my life. So yes, if you have any ideas,
really?
Yes, I do. If you have any ideas you would like to see us include in that, or like to basically, we're going to do a test run in a couple of weeks, so we'll probably ask for a little one around then. So if anyone has any ideas they'd like to include in that, either hit us up on DM on Twitter or something like that, and just send us things saying, I'd like to see you try and include this, and I'll go, fuck, okay, we'll do that, and we'll work it from there. But yes, that's then. I'm sure we'll clarify it later. I'm just kind of rambling now. But anyway, we will raid into Neko. So I wish you all the best of the rest of the weekend. We shall see you all next time. So yes, let's do some mindless waving as I put us on the screen ending.
Bye!
This way.
And we'll start the raid. And that's enough of it.